Hi guys, so I'm looking kind of weird today without my brows on, and that's because I'm actually gonna get microbladed today, and I'm here with my girl Eve.
Hi!
From
Organic Beauty by Eve.
What do you specialize in, Eve?
I specialize in lashes, make soft lashes, lip contouring, eyeliner, lash enhancement, and definitely microblading.
You guys know I do a lot of research before I get any procedure done. My skin is sensitive, and we definitely want to make sure we get a good job done. We're just gonna explain the whole procedure from start to finish, just in case you guys are wondering if you're interested in getting it done. And she's located here in New York in Long Island.
I'm in the beginning of Long Island and in Queens at 3 Grace Avenue in Great Neck. And so basically we're gonna numb. Let me just go for starter. We started numbing. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes for it to really seep in. And the next step is measuring, just to make sure that we're symmetrical and we get the brow that we're aiming for. Okay. So we're gonna center off.
So she already took the numbing cream off. We're just gonna draw them in.
And for those that are really worried about how much it hurts and just how it feels, I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, you're about a 3. The plus side is that I will continue to numb you throughout the sessions, that you're comfortable. So a lot of women aim for high arches. I definitely want nothing but natural. Okay? I want to work with the brow that you have, just to have it camouflage the strokes. Okay. So I see that you're missing a lot in the beginning of the brow.
Oh, this one is my trouble child.
Oh, we all have one.
Oh my God.
As we age, unfortunately, those that have threaded, those that just never had, it's important that we fill in where we typically do.
How long do you think the procedure lasts? Like around how long does it take?
The session takes anywhere from, I'd say, an hour to an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. Every person's different. You know, if you have a thick brow, I mean, I honestly don't think an hour would even be enough. Like, you'll need an hour. A thinner brow requires more, you know, of a cosmetic touch. And give you a beautiful arch. Nothing too high though.
Right.
We don't want to look like we're
So
scared.
you don't want it to look too weird when you don't have any makeup on. You want
Exactly.
We
want it to mesh just well.
And what days are you open here?
I'm here 7 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, there's days where obviously holidays we're closed, but here 7 days a week from 9 to 7. So this is to measure, to make sure that they're symmetrical. Okay. It's important that our arches match. You're at a 4 on each side. You know, there's people that like dramatic, people that just want natural, and then some people that just don't know. So that's what we're here for, to just make sure that we get you the brow that you've always longed for. Or the brow that you once had and unfortunately plucked or threaded away. And always remember, there's always one dominating brow. And it's not necessarily the brow. Keep in mind, it's the muscle.
Oh.
Yeah, when we arch one side more than the other, eventually your muscles, just like any other part of the body, you'll get strength on that one side. Okay, so here's where I'm at, and it's important that you look in the mirror just to get an idea. Remember, I'm not shading this in. These will be strokes. So at first glance, it might feel like a little overwhelming, but just understand I'm staying within the brow, creating the illusion of hair, and going with the flow of your hair. So I'm not just going to do straight strokes. I'm going to go flow with it. Because remember, you don't want to stray too far from what you're used to. I don't want to give you like a complex. I want to mesh with what you draw them in with a little touch of mine. In the event that you still feel like it's too gapped, then we'll still add strokes.
Okay.
It's the other way around that becomes more tricky.
Yeah, if you already did something to undo it, it would be different. So you can always...
We can always add. That's the least of the work.
Now, when would be the next time I would be able to get my eyebrows done? Like, I get them threaded. Yes.
Healing typically takes anywhere from 7 to 10 days. It's important that you close the wound. Remember, microblading, it's in the simplest terms I could put it, I'm creating the illusion of strokes through a blade. So I want you to close the wound, and the only way to do that is through healing. You scab within 7 to 10 days, and once you're clear of that, anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks, you can go back into your regular regimen.
Yeah.
So everything is a one-time use. I dispose of everything once I use it. I'm going to use a U-blade on you. And the color we're going to do a little mixture. Because you have your base that's a little darker and you're a blonde, I'm going to go with a honey brown with a pinch of brown. Okay? Your brows are, do you dye your brows?
Usually when I get my hair done, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I kind of want to go in between your natural brow and the dyed brow.
Obviously, I can't dye them anymore after this tattoo.
I wouldn't advise it.
The skin type you have, how long this would last, correct? If you have oily skin, it won't last as long?
I'm oily skin myself.
Yeah.
So, no, oily skin typically does not hold as long as dry skin would. But nonetheless, that's what retouches it.
Yes.
In terms of how long, everyone retains the ink differently. So it's really hard to give you like a timeline.
Right.
But you can expect anywhere from 6 months to 2 years.
That's pretty good.
Typical. So I'm going to go ahead and mix the colors. Nice and easy, okay?
Now, you shouldn't be afraid of the brow is a bit dark in the beginning because a lot of it will, it's just in the beginning
50% of the color will fade away after the first session. So you just understand that there's a healing time to it. Just go with the flow of it. You'll be fine. So right now it's very sloppy to tell. I'm doing the outline, so that's my main goal. Alright, so I'm going to go and apply some more numbing cream to just make sure that you're as comfortable as possible.
This is good because unlike a regular tattoo that you would get, I don't remember any numbing cream. You just deal with the pain, so this is good.
Now let's get you nice and numb. I'll leave that on for about 2 minutes. I'll start on the second brow. And so on the second round, she'll feel even lesser pain. Because now she's got an open wound and that's really seeping in, okay? And now we have our outline. I've got to go in between the strokes.
Oh, eyebrows make a big difference. They frame your face.
They frame that face, honey. They take years off the face.
Yes.
You can't go too heavy on the hand.
So it could look as natural as possible.
Exactly. You can really see a difference now. Now it's key that we don't put makeup on them, don't put lotion on them. While you're healing, it's very important that you just steer clear of anything that's that can cause infection or discoloration. Okay, we want to get the best results as possible. So it's important that we follow the instructions. Okay, Aquaphor is my personal favorite. Some people have, like to dry scab. It's really up to you. But in order to camouflage the scabbing, you want to go ahead and moisture it up.
So should you have it like moisturized the whole day? Like
you can
how
apply
a regular
it once in the morning and once at night.
Okay.
You don't have to keep applying. So I'm going to just turn your face and just get in between these little strokes.
Now, can anybody get this done, or there's certain restrictions?
There's definitely restrictions. For example, I just had a client that left and I couldn't do it. She was expecting, but you'll come back after you're done breastfeeding. One with cancer, definitely want to wait at least 6 months after.
Okay.
With the medical condition, it's just always on the best plus side to just make sure that you get clearance. After all, your health is the #1 priority.
What would you recommend for somebody that already has them tattooed but they hate them? What can they do then?
Well, there's different things that we can do. For starters, if the tattoo turned color, typically a green, red, or blue, we want to do something called a correction, which would bring the color back to its normality.
And you do all of that here?
I definitely do the correction here for a low fee.
Guys, I'm going to leave all of Eve's information down in the description if you want to check her out in Yelp. She has amazing reviews.
Keep in mind, if you're really nervous and just want to come in and sit on a session, I'm more than happy to have you watch. You can see the person, what they look like firsthand. You can speak to them, ask them the questions yourself. Because I'm going to tell you what I've seen personally, but someone that's actually going through it can tell you firsthand what to expect.
Where can they look you up?
Oh, I've got, you can go on Instagram at Organic Beauty by Eve, one word, lowercase. You can go onto my website, www.organicbeautybyeve.com. Or you can go on my Yelp page, which is Organic Beauty by Eve. Me by phone at 646-606-4456. And you can always shoot me a text. Let me know your availability. We're actually going to tune back in because we're almost done, but I want them to see the final result.
Guys, if you check several YouTube videos and stuff, you will see you can't really tell the difference of what got tattooed and what is your real hair. That's how natural it looks.
So there's so many things that you can do when it comes down to mixing colors. And I have every color to accommodate, so coloring is not an issue. And the plus side I love about these products, which is organic, it's organic permanent makeup, but it doesn't hold that heavy mercury that your typical,
so not everybody uses the same.
No, definitely not. That's a key thing to look into when you are inquiring about microblading. You want to make sure that the quality of ink, is up to par with what's to come. Because notice how people's brows or just tattoos in general change.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, it's very alarming. Who would want that on their face?
Now a touch-up is recommended, correct?
Absolutely. You're going to drop color by next week. So you also want to make sure that any strokes that did not take, that we fill them in so that you can get your perfect brow.
So how much is the one session, Eve?
Just for one single session, it's at $229 with plus tax would be coming out to $249. And we're not quite done yet. This is just to make sure that the ink holds. You're gonna feel a little tingle, and I will wipe you in about 2 minutes. What I like to do is sit you up, make sure that you're even, make sure that the strokes that you want are there.
So the pain is definitely tolerable. It's very, very minimum. Like the numbing cream really helps. You guys have seen like me just chilling here. No pain really. Just feels a little uncomfortable, normal
A little
with the blade,
sting.
but
Yeah,
nothing too
again, I'll be
dramatic.
putting numbing cream on. I'm very big on that. And this is definitely your dominator. That's what I call it. But now it's natural to feel a little tender. Naturally, we're starting to wear out in terms of numbing cream. And remember, I still want to leave the tint on, but at this point, I want you to just go into the main mirror and just point out anything that you'd want to add on. So remember, the first 7 to 10 days are the most dramatic. They're extreme. Not so much like a Sharpie dark, but just you're more enhanced, more profound, completely natural. It'll start to fade out within that first week, and then it'll come into its natural state.
Looks really good.
So the way you can balance out that dramatic look if you're afraid and you want to go to work but feel like you can't, just put eyeliner, eye makeup, mascara, balance out the entire face. That way you don't feel like your brows are walking in before you, So you have a little red tone underneath. Obviously I've been going, for the past 20 minutes on a very sensitive area.
It's looking really good. I'm glad I came.
Yay! So you'll feel sore, okay?
So I'm looking a little crazy right now.
Some more numbing cream. That way we're not too uncomfortable. So tonight when she goes home, she's going to wash her face entirely. My ideal face wash is Cetaphil. It's actually dermatologist recommended, and so we want to make sure that we stay away from certain acids that might discolor the brows. Cetaphil is perfect. So you'll wash your entire face.
And not getting the brows wet?
No, we're gonna wash the entire face tonight. Just tonight.
Just tonight.
Just tonight we'll wash the entire face. Make sure that you clean them. And then we'll apply the Aquaphor, which will be once in the morning, once at night. With the Q-tip, stay away from your finger. We want to avoid infection at all costs, okay? And we'll set up our retouch date, which should be anywhere between 4 and 8 weeks.
Okay guys, so as you see, I'm all done. I'm leaving the place right now. I do feel a little, sensation, but that's normal, you just got microbladed. So I'm about to walk to my car. So as she suggested, all I have to do for today, gonna go home and wash. For today, I'm just gonna wash my whole face, including the brows. But after that, no getting the eyebrows wet. Or if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the description. And yeah, that's the finished look. I'll insert some photos so you guys can see. Okay, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.